Good morning, folks. Solar activity continues ramping up quite a bit. We've got even more sunspots now. We've had even more flaring activity. We'll hit all of that and look at an interesting paper as we start with our star, and the coronal surges have now ramped up in addition to the flaring, including one at the Earth-facing sunspot groups. We still haven't taken a big CME in our direction, but the M-class flares have been happening quite regularly now. Let's watch those flashes from the active regions here, and we can see how much more activity there is now compared to several weeks and months ago. We are definitely at higher levels of activity in the cycle. The plasma activity continues increasing as well. I'd say we are very fortunate to have avoided more in terms of Earth-directed eruptions. One of the eruptive events yesterday did produce a CME off the incoming limb on the south. Plasma filament broke away from our star and erupted quite beautifully into space. This one is visible on coronagraphs heading out as an expanding plasma cloud. Just look how many sunspots we have right now. Bottom left, you can see the new sunspots that just crested into view, along with the larger development of the other active regions. We're eyes open on the sun right now in a big way, here on the doorstep of sunspot maximum. And while we watch for that, I wanted to include a paper here on the pulse to the planet delivered by CMEs. Not only does it describe the impact to the sun-facing side, which travels quickly around the planet in both directions, approaching the midnight position from both flanks, but we now know the time it takes from taking that impact in the magnetic field to the ionospheric impact. Only about 40 seconds. So the sealing of the global electric circuit begins taking on the changes of space weather impact in less than a minute. Now, if only they'd gone a step further and said this is why correlations are noticed so quickly between space weather impact and the winds, clouds, and temperature of the lower atmosphere through the global electric circuit. But oh well, baby steps, I guess.